It's Zach again. Welcome back to Life with Zach. We're over here at the Seven Bend State Park near Woodstock, Virginia, and I wanted to bring you kind of a third part of our introduction to the park. So with me, as always, is Chief. Chief, can you say hello? Anxious Chief cannot say hello. But as you can tell, we're over here at the Seven Bend State Park, here at the entrance. This is off of Camp Lupton Road near Woodstock, Virginia. You can see some of the views in the background. Way over there is the love sign where they usually decorate it with some different things. So like in the Christmas season, they have all of this like pine and seasonal things. And right now there's some like knitted kites and things. So it is a really kind of interesting local art piece. But in the background, you can see all the cornfields. I think that's one of the signature things of this park is the cornfields and blending of agriculture and the scenic beauty of this area. There's a lot of hay fields and other stuff that comes up here. And we are on what's called the Gokotta Trail, assuming that's how you say it. This trail runs along the river, which is right over here. This is the North Fork of the Shenandoah River. It's just over a mile for a whole loop. We're at the first entrance, which is down by the low water bridge where you first come into the park. This is actually a little bit of a new trail. Before there was just a mowed trail. You can kind of see that dirt area is the original part of the trail. But there's some new gravel trail, and this actually stretches much further now than the old loop. I don't know what the total distance is. If you go all the way to the end of this trail, it leads all the way to the park boundary, but the loop where it connects in with Lupton Road, which is the main gravel way in and out of here, is just over a mile. I would imagine the other one may be a mile and a half. But you can see also over here where we came in, this is a parking area. There's 3 parking areas over at this entrance. This is the largest parking area for the park. There's 2 big ones and a really small one, and then in the background we have a picnic area where you can come in and enjoy yourself. But let's go ahead and hit up the Gokotta Trail. Come on, Chief, let's go. As we walk along here, this is actually kind of a more isolated trail, I guess I'll say. Chief wants to go on the old trail. He likes the old trail better. This trail is kind of isolated over in this section, but at the same time, like, you don't have to go very far to get away from a lot of people. What it is over here is a lot of individuals come in to go tubing or kayaking on the river. And excuse me, those parking lots you see over there fill up pretty fast. So if you want to come and just enjoy a nice walk or something, the evening time is definitely the best time to do it. It's now about 7:30 in the evening, and both the parking lots were empty except for us and one Jeep, another guy walking, and we just saw someone come in with a kayak, probably scoping out where they were or where they're going to go at later. But you can tell this little section of the trail is pretty easy to get to. There's where we started, and fairly accessible. So even like wheelchairs and stuff could be able to get into this part of the trail relatively easy. This trail is flat like this almost the whole way through, so it's a good trail to bring a dog. It's a good trail for somebody who isn't a big hiker. We use it for just kind of recreational evening walking and stuff a lot. There are over here as well several more difficult trails that go up into the mountains. So if you're a more experienced hiker, you want that challenge when you're over here, they also have that, and this connects into that. Here, there's another little picnic area. This is kind of more out of the way. Most people hit up that first one we were at. This is accessible from Lupton Road and from this trail. And there's 4 picnic tables and 2 grills and a trash receptacle here. So this is an area you might want to check out if you're the first place is full and you're looking for something to come to. Behind that, we're getting ready to see is the Lupton Barn. The Lupton Barn is where horses and other animals were kept when this was a boys camp for our local Massanutten Military Academy. Massanutten Military Academy basically ran a boys camp here for about 50 years and then donated this to the state along with some other property that came from the town of Woodstock and some other people to form this park. But there's the barn. This is used as a maintenance facility on this side, so it's closed. It's not open to the public, but there is access to this trail from either side of it, and then there's the other two parking areas, including one with the restrooms, and the pavilion are right behind there. You can see the pavilion in the background. We typically park right over there because I don't like to get the car dirty, and that is where the blacktop ends, and there's a little tiny parking lot that a lot of people don't park in that is right there, and I don't have to drive through the gravel road. But you can see some of the views that open up here on this Gokotta Trail. There's a giant hayfield here. It's cut in the fall, so you'll get to enjoy deer, lots and lots and lots of deer that we see all the time over here, huge herds of them. And then again, the river, maybe you can see it, is just over here to our left. And they keep this nicely mowed through here. This used to be, like I said, just a mowed trail. Now it's a gravel trail. I kind of like the mowed trail a little bit better because it's softer on my feet and stuff, but this is more accessible and things for people. There's a couple spots you'll find along here where there's little trails down to the river. I like to come over here sometimes. A couple of us will come over here and just go down to the river, wait around, hang out, read, and just enjoy the water. But I don't know, there's a lot of issues that come with that because the river has a no swim advisory because of some contaminants sometimes in it, and things, and there's no lifeguards and stuff, so just be extra careful if you come over to do that. But in general, if you want to go down and just sit by the river, there's some pretty good access points along this trail. And if you go back here pretty far, then no one's going to be around there bothering you. Basically, once you get past this area where the barn is, and then especially where Lupton Road and Gokotta Trail meet, there's no one. Like I said, most people come here to float the river, and when they float the river, they actually float down to that entrance we just were at from the other park entrance, which is at Hollingsworth Road. So if you come over here and walk back half a mile or so, you're going to be pretty by yourself if that's what you're looking for, and that's what I typically like to enjoy when I come over here. But you can see some of the views. It's springtime, so everything's kind of, I guess, growing up. The flowers and things are blooming. There's a lot of beauty here, but it's not, we're not on a scenic overlook or something like that. And I like that it kind of mixes the county's rural heritage with nature and our ability to just be outside and enjoy it. It's not like I'm going on a out-of-the-way hike. But you can see the trails are pretty well marked. The Gokotta is this lime green color. You can find it in case you ever feel like you are missing the trail. That's a really good marker for this. This trail is open to walkers, runners, and mountain bikers. Apart from one person I know who I see over here on a regular basis, I don't see a lot of mountain bikers. So if you want to go somewhere that's new, your friends haven't been to, this might be the place. You can see again how close we are to the river, how quiet and peaceful that is. Just kind of flowing through there. And like I said, there's a couple access point, river rock and stuff you can walk on. So I hope you enjoyed this little video about the Gokotta Trail here at the Seven Bend State Park near Woodstock, Virginia. Be sure to check out some of my other videos for more of the park. Comment with any questions or anything. Hit like, hit subscribe. I'll try to follow up with it a little bit more, and we'll see you soon.